Madam Speaker, I move to infrastructural development in my constituency. Bus shelters. Now, for many who ride in their fancy, luxurious vehicles, may wonder what is the significance of a bus shelter. Very significant, Madam Speaker. For our commuters in the constituency who have to wait for buses or public transport in rain on side these shelters for their comfort to ensure, Madam Speaker, that in Monjiro, in Diramo, in Gros Islet, in Labon, in Marisil, in Ravin Makok Moshi, all throughout the community, Madam Speaker, these people have that convenience of being able to wait for their transport in a safe and comfortable setting, not being exposed to the elements of the weather, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, community centers. To develop the community spirit, to harness the energies of our youth, to provide for the community programs that we are engaging in, we need community centers, Madam Speaker. What is called the Gros Islet Community Center, Madam Speaker, in a big, major, heavily populated community like Gros Islet, Madam Speaker, is woefully inadequate. For that matter, it is not a community center. That is where you house the post office, the council, a registrar, the courthouse, Madam Speaker, all in this one small building. That building has been outgrown by the community, Madam Speaker, and with the multifaceted use of the multiplicity of uses of that community center, Madam Speaker, I would like to see that we move out of the center, build a more appropriate center for Gros Islet, and leave that center as a pavilion for the sports facility, which is in the vicinity of that center. In Moshi, Madam Speaker, where we did not have any facility for the residents to congregate, we have built the Moshi Human Resource. Madam Speaker, I mentioned this when I was going through the accomplishments of the Ministry of Social Transformation. This is the Moshi Human Resource Development Center, which is situated near the Moshi playing field, Madam Speaker. Use is being made of this center by the residents of Moshi. We have only recently completed the Diramo Community Center, Madam Speaker, in the community of Diramo, where we are about to install some computers for the use of the residents, a place where they can have club meetings, community activities, and congregate for social events, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, water, we all say, is very important. It is an absolute necessity for life, for good health, and for development. Madam Speaker, you are familiar, I'm sure, with the story of this great accomplishment of the Labon Water Project that took place about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. Madam Speaker, I am pleased to say that quite apart from the Labon community, there are a number of communities in my constituency where we still do not have pipe-borne water. Now I want to make a point here. We look at the results, the statistics being revealed by poverty assessment surveys, and we get the skewed results for Gros Islet because there are some affluent communities in Gros Islet, and we forget that there are communities that are in poverty in the constituency of Gros Islet. Madam Speaker, at the moment, we have an area in Bois d'Orange where the people do not have pipe-borne water, and that is a situation that I will ensure is rectified in the coming months. In Vieux-Sequi, Madam Speaker, there are some parts of Vieux-Sequi where there is no pipe-borne water. I have had community meetings with the residents, and we have already begun discussing with WASCO possibilities of ensuring that that situation is redressed. In Degazon, Madam Speaker, there's also a water problem, and that too will be addressed in this financial year. While addressing Degazon, Madam Speaker, we will also look at the situation in Moni. Madam Speaker, this is just a brief overview of some of the accomplishments over the last 4 years under my stewardship as parliamentary representative for Gros Islet, Madam Speaker. As we, as a community, engage in weaving a brighter future for the community, while we change the face of Gros Islet for the better. Madam Speaker, the waterfront of Gros Islet was a campaign issue for more than one election. The deplorable conditions of the waterfront, Madam Speaker, was an embarrassment. Madam Speaker, one of the first things that I embarked upon as parliamentary representative is to improve the waterfront of Gros Islet, the face of Gros Islet from the sea. Madam Speaker, this is the Gros Islet jetty. That includes the Gros Islet jetty that was established very early during my tenure, and this jetty was designed to receive our French neighbors who can engage in other collaborative efforts in Gros Islet. And I'm hoping that very soon we can further upgrade this jetty to receive dinghies from the yachtsmen who are around, and of course to serve as a means of transport from Castries to Gros Islet as we continue to have problems with the traffic situation. Madam Speaker, here is Bay Street today. It's a pity I do not have a picture of before. I'm sure many people have forgotten how deplorable and depressing it looked before the intervention of this parliamentary representative, Madam Speaker, to upgrade the Bay Street in Gros Islet to the state that it is now. Madam Speaker, even people, tourists and locals from other parts of St. Lucia would recall that when you come through Gros Islet, if you had to access Pigeon Point through Gros Islet, you had to walk in dirty swamp waters, Madam Speaker, to go across to Pigeon Point. Today, this is a thing of the past. Vehicles can drive across, pedestrians can walk across with no problems since the establishment of the bridge to Pigeon Point. Madam Speaker, we are also of our beach users, and as a result, we have built a lifeguard tower on the waterfront of Gros Islet to ensure that they are protected and safe.